Good evening, everyone. Welcome to join us for tonight's session where we are ready to discover Chart Nexus' new feature. It's really a really good update, and I'm actually very exciting to see what Eva is here to present to us. So a quick introduction of Chart Nexus is a chart that's embedded into our Kentrade system, where all of us are, as long as we have a Kentrade account, is easily accessible. A few features that is where I must always highlight is it is based on the live feed of the data that we have, and Eva is here to show us how can we access the chart more efficiently and also highlight where are the new updates that will rival the hottest charting tool in town, which is TradingView. So sometimes, mid around this region can always fight with the Western muscle. Am I right, Eva? So a quick introduction on Eva is he is the director and chief trainer at ChartNexus. He combines very deep, he is a very strong depth in the market expertise and passion in empowering both traders and investors, and has a very unassuming trading and engaging style where you get it really easily. It's just in very layman form, it just clicks. And yeah, and I'm actually very glad Eva is actually taking the night to actually share with us how to navigate the chart that has been upgraded within Kentrade system, because I think that will essentially help us to engage our client even more efficiently. So I think without further ado, I shall pass the floor to Eva. Eva, if I made any wrong comments on the introduction, please, be friend.
All's good, all's good. We can start now.
Yeah.
So let me share the screen once again. Okay, guys, can you see the screen and can hear me clearly? Please indicate under the meeting chat, so then we are good to go. If you can hear, can see, type yes, type one also can. Okay, Adrian say yes. All right, so let's go, guys. So this is the new latest chart by Kentrade. So how to launch this chart? You go to your live trading platform, do a right click, and then you will see interactive chart. You click on it, it will launch this beautiful chart now. So this beautiful chart is other than being a live charting platform, it is also where you come here to do your pre-market homework and also post-market analysis. All right. So on the left, you can see immediately these are the real-time alerts that you get to see every single day. If you are a retiree, you are full-time, you can do this every day. Yeah, this is your bread and butter. Right. Over on the right-hand side is where I'm going to show you how to configure the screen so that you can use it very effectively. The volume is so soft, it's too soft. Hang on, let me adjust. Is this better now? Let me know it is better now. Eric? Is it better now? Can you hear louder now? Eric and the rest of you, 35 of you online. Slightly for me, probably can consider a mic in the future. Okay, this is I thought MacBook Pro should be better. 没有想到 it is still as disappointing. Okay, YS say okay. Okay, good. So let's continue. Okay, so first of all, I'm going to go from right to left to introduce you to the chart layout and the navigation first, annotation as well, before we go into the special unique feature. Okay, so on the right hand side onwards, right? The most important one is the multi-chart on one single screen. Okay, so you can see we have 1 by 1, 2 by 1, 1 by 2, 2 by 2. So if you go to 2 by 2, you can monitor 4 stocks at one go. Okay, like for example, if you're looking at the data center play, right, you have Suncor, Netgate, and the other one, MN Holding. You want to buy one of them, but you're waiting for the breakout to happen. So this is where it comes in useful, okay, for you to monitor all 4 charts together at the same time. Okay, so when any one of them move to your desired level, this is where you can go to the platform and place the order. Okay, place the order. So this is the multi-charts layout. Okay, so I'm going to go back to 1 by 1. And then this second button on the right is the layout of the desktop. We call this a desktop. Okay, so you can have only left column, you can have left column and 2 sub column on the right. Now this is what I am using tonight because I'm going to show you how you can configure the different panels to the information that you need. Okay, so for example, sector information. Now, for this particular sub panel, there are 3 dot menu over here. If you click on it, right, guys, what you will see is these are all the other features that you have in the platform. Okay, I'm going to show you some of the more key features that can help you in your trading. Okay, number 1, okay, every week at least you come and check this one time. Now, if this is too small for you, you can use this to drag the window out so you can have a better representation. Okay, so what you are looking at here is our own developed fear and greed index for Bursa market. Okay, so as you can see right now, we are at the low. Okay, the previous time the market go to the low was sometime over here. Also, over the past 1 year, this is the lowest that it gets. So which means, right, fear and greed index, if you ever see the red color keep coming lower and lower and lower, red color growing, it means that a lot of stocks are actually declining and on a downtrend. Now, on a downtrend, most of you will feel that, hey, this is a bad market, wow, cannot make money, depressed, pessimism. Actually, this is the best time for, okay, it is only the worst time for people who have position in the market. And for those of us who are, only like 20-30% vested in the market and we still got 70% of the funds to deploy, this is actually the better time. Why? Because the prices will be low and you will be able to buy at a better price, okay, like having a discount. So if it ever dropped to the lowest point over the past 1 year, so in this 1 year view, you can see that, hey, these are the extreme low. Now, if you go to the extreme low, right, it means that this is the extreme pessimism and you will expect the stock market to rally, to rebound, okay? And we can call this the sapu zone. Sapu, the Malay word sapu zone. So every time you see this come all the way down to this pessimism level, this is your sapu zone. Now, the Awas zone, that means the zone that you have to be careful and have to be taking precaution, okay, protecting your profit, will be the extreme green color zone over here. It tells you that the market is toppish, it is coming down. So when it's coming down, you can choose to lock in partial profit, you can choose to sell some stocks, keep some stocks, so that you can avoid losing most of your money or profit back to the stock market. Okay, so this is the fear and greed index. Once a week you check is enough. You don't have to check every day because it is hardly going to make a big difference. Also, it is every day plotted, so you don't have to check every day. Once a week, you can see the big movement we do. Now, anything in between, going up, coming down, it's just telling you that more stocks are rising, more stocks are declining. That's all. Okay, it has got little benefit for you to help in your decision to buy or sell. The real use for this fear and greed index is when it's at the extreme level. That is where you have to be careful. This is where you want to start to buy stock. Okay, now later I will be sharing with you some basic strategy on what and how to use this tool to find stocks to buy, your trading ideas, right here, trade stock ideas. Now let me go and see any other important, okay, for example, important feature like sector information. Now, if you are new to the stock market, you do know MN Holding, what is it doing and so on. We have the industry, the sector, market cap, all easily by your fingertips over here. And if you pull this down, you'll be able to see the brother and sisters of the stock, which means the similar companies in the same industry over here, and you'll be able to see the performance. Like one look, comparing the 4 stocks, you know that MN Holding is the one outperforming Gamuda, Suncon, and KGB. This is the 6th of June, that reference line. So from 6th of June, okay, this MN Holding is the one outperforming, and Suncon is the second rising the fastest one. So this is what this chart is used for, and then you can see the rest of the company in the same industry right here. Okay, now if you click on it, it will open up the chart. Also, let's just go back to the more interesting chart, MN Holding. Okay, so this is for you to come and explore all the different industry and so on, because sometimes industry and sector move together wave by wave. right? So the data center play like MN Holding, SCG Berhad, Suncon. So when they move, they don't usually move alone. Or Netgate, they will move together. So this is where you can come and see who are the one. Like for example, you see Gamuda moving. Then you may want to come and see MRCB, is it moving? EcoBank, is it moving? Then this is another way to find ideas. Okay, so we close this. Okay, let's go open up a bank, CIMB. You go to the bank stock, bank stock, you can see CIMB is the green one. A lot of them are coming down, all the banks. So you can see all the Abang Adik are all together over here. So this will be, okay, for those of you who are experienced, you talk about bank, you can list down the bank like me very, very easily. But for new investor, new trader, you may be struggling. You do not know what are the banks. So this information will make it very easy for you to go and look for the same stock in the same, it's not same stock, different stock in the same sector, okay, in the industry, or whenever there's an industry in play. Okay, then the other one of interest will be the stock idea. Okay, I'll go to trade focus first. Okay, trade focus first. Now the rest you can come and click and read the information. I'm only covering the key that can help you find trading ideas. Okay, if you come to the trade focus, right, this will be your buy up, sell down volume, whether this stock like CIMB. Okay, let's go to today. What stock go up a lot? MN Holding. Yeah, MN Holding. MN Holding, I think it went up quite a bit. Sorry, this is a shooting star. You hang on. Let me find the stock of interest. Netgate. Okay, Netgate went up a lot. All right, so we talk about Netgate. To one by one. Okay, you go to Netgate. Okay, once you open up Netgate, right, take a look at the green zone. Okay, it means that 149 they are more buy up than sell down. 150 balance, 151 more buy up, or more buy up, more buy up, more buy up. Okay, so this is where you can get a sense of, although the price is not moving or is it moving, how is the buying and selling. So if you see more green, right, okay, the green is an overpowering the rate, it means that this stock got a lot more people buying up than selling down. Then it is a bullish kind of price action. So it is like, if you, before you want to buy a stock, you can come and take a look and check, is it more green than red? Or if you want to buy a stock, you come in, you see, wow, overwhelmed by all the red color. That means a lot of people sell down more than they buy up. That is bad news. That is bad news. So you probably will experience, after you buy, 2-3 days later, you may have to sell at a loss. So this add another level for you to check, okay, before you buy. Or you want to see more green. Basically you want to see more green. All right, so I'm going to put this back to the sector information, and then, okay, I'm going to drag this up. Okay, now over at the top, okay, over at the top, so all these banner, right, guys, you can go and change, okay, change to what you want to see. So I'm going to talk about live alert and stock idea next. So, but before that, let us talk about the top. So on the top, for example, if you are zooming here and there, you lost track, and then your chart looks like this. Very difficult to analyze, right? So there is 1 month view, 3 month view, 6 month view, for you to quickly get back to the latest candle and observe the trend. Is it good or not? Okay, for those of you who want to navigate the chart left, right, center, click on the palm like the PDF document, hold down your left key, and then you can do this. Okay, navigate the chart. So these few buttons are for navigating the chart, and this I, okay, is to hide the drawing or indicator. Okay, hide indicator, hide the drawing, or hide all. It's useful if you have too many information on the chart and you want to keep it simple. This is where you click on the I to get rid of those stuff that you don't want to see. Now for drawing tools, this is the button to press. Okay, you have your horizontal line, the vertical line, and so on. So you can come and explore over here. But one of the most key feature, two of them that I use personally is quite useful, is this game ruler. Okay, gain ruler, right now Netgate is doing 154. So 154 to the top, how many percent? You want to know how many percent? Drag and drop. 17.5% should Netgate break out successfully and then hit the all-time, is this all-time high? Oh no, so not all-time high, the year high over here. Sorry, not year high, the 2-month high over here. So you have got a 17.5%, okay, potential gain from the last time over here. So this is the gain ruler for that purpose. And then you have got candle counting, like some people like to know, okay, it will be useful to know how many days has the stock been consolidating. Now, you instead of coming here to count the day or to count the candles, we have got this tool that can help you do it. You click on it, okay, like for example, starting from this candle all the way to the last one, how many candles are there? 17. You see, 17. So you don't have to count one by one. Okay, you don't have to count one by one. Now, after you are done with this, it's not important. You get your information that you want. Click on erase all. Everything will be gone. Okay. Now for adjustment, data adjustment. This is one of the favorite question that a lot of users always ask is, should we turn on or turn off dividend? Okay, so my answer is always turn on everything, then you get a very beautiful chart to do your analysis. So if you, for whatever reason, you do not want to adjust for dividend, you turn it off, then you click apply. Or it will disable the dividend adjustment, the bonus adjustment, and so on. Also, by default, everything should be turned on. But just to show you that there is a feature here for you to use it for those of you who do not want the dividend turned on. Okay. Next will be the indicators. Okay, so we have got all the standard indicators over here. Got quite a long list of them. Alright, so for tonight's case study, I will be using the moving averages, the simple and effective indicator, or that anybody should know. Is the basic fundamentals. Just like you are a Shaolin master, right? You go to a Shaolin temple, they will ask you to 扎马步 of the horse stance. So this is the basic everybody must know. So tonight we're going to go through. Right, once you select the indicator, take a look, it will come out onto the chart. Now, if you like MACD, turn on MACD. If you like money flow index, turn on money flow index. So it's as simple as that. To change the parameters, there is a setting button on the right. Click on it, change color, change the days, the period for the moving average over here. Okay, so this is where you can do all the settings. And then you can also save as a template. Like for example, I'm using template 1. So template 2, okay, template 3. Okay, you can rename, by the way, you can rename. That is why you see all the funny name over here. So, okay, template 3, right? Okay, for example, template 3, I want to see oscillator. I want to do MACD. I want to do Ichimoku cloud. Where is it? Right here. Okay, I want to be sophisticated. I want to see stochastic oversold. See? Suddenly your chart become more professional, right? You got more things on the chart, and this is where you can see whether is it buy or sell, or for those of you who are expert in these indicators. Okay, now if you see the color too light, you cannot see on the white background, we have a toggle to turn this to a dark theme. Let me see, it's right here. The menu over here, you turn it to the dark mode, then your color comes out. Okay, so I prefer white, so I'm using a white. So this is the indicator template. So let us change it to template 1 back, because this is what we are going to use today. Okay, so feel free to use whatever you want, save in whatever template, and then you're good to go. Okay, then these are all the standard. Now this is for people who want to use other form of bar charts. Okay, we are using predominantly candlesticks. So if you want to use price bar, line chart, or the Heikin Ashi, or you can also change it to this form. Now, if you do not know how to use Heikin Ashi to trade and you want to find out, okay, so I'm clicking it back to candlestick first. Okay, so if you want to find out how to use Heikin Ashi to trade, nowadays we have got AI. You can use DeepSeek, Grok, ChatGPT, just ask it. It will tell you how to interpret the Heikin Ashi candles. In fact, for all the indicators over here, guys, you can use your AI to teach you how to use these indicators, how to interpret. So it will be very easy. Okay. Okay, one question from Chris Tang. How to derive at this page? What is the link? Okay, very important. So this is your trading platform. Okay, so trading platform, you right click on any stock, interactive chart. Okay, interactive chart, and it will pop up this chart. Okay, it will pop up this chart. Right, so where am I? Okay, now I am done with the different kind of price chart. Now we are talking about support resistance. Now, for those of you who do not know how to draw your support resistance, you are new to technical analysis, the S and R button is built for you. Click on S and R, the resistance and the support is drawn nicely. Okay, we have got two levels. Okay, the first level, as you can see, 157, which means tomorrow net gate 157 is the price that you should be monitoring if you're interested to buy this stock. Once it break out 157, that is called a breakout trade. Okay, and support, what if it comes down, right? What if it comes down? There you go, support 1, support 2. Support 1 you still don't cut, support 2 you still don't cut, maybe you can go Holland, 1 ringgit. Also, this is the support and resistance for those of you who are not fluent in plotting your own support and resistance line. Very convenient. Okay, now those of you who know how to do it already, just click on the horizontal line and plot it yourself. Plot it yourself. Okay, now if you want to draw trend lines, right, guys, right here. Okay, slanting lah, parallel, everyone is right here. Okay, just draw trend line. Oh, okay, so let me erase. We're good to go. So this is all the drawing tool now. Multi-time frame. Okay, multi-time frame. This is the daily chart. You have the weekly chart, okay, you have the monthly chart, you got the intraday 30-minute, 15-minute, 5-minute chart. Also, those of you who are more advanced, sophisticated, this is what you will like. Now, what is it? What is the difference between daily plus and daily? Some may ask. Or you can see, guys, every time frame, right, from daily to monthly, there is a monthly, there's a monthly plus, weekly, weekly plus. Now, with the plus behind, right, it means that it is the live candle. If you, like, for example, during the market hour today, okay, today is the 24th of June, right? So if you were to choose D, okay, you will only see yesterday's candle. You will not see today's candle. But if you were to plot daily plus, then this is today's candle. It is moving. According to the last done, the price will move. Oh, so this is called the daily plus. So whenever you look at, in fact, I don't think anybody should be using daily, weekly, monthly. No point. Just directly use daily plus, weekly plus, and so on. So even go to the weekly plus, right? Now, weekly candles is formed from Monday's opening to Friday's closing. Okay, or like, for example, this week, Friday is a public holiday, right? So your closing price for the weekly candle will be Thursday closing price. Right now, you already can see weekly plus, there is a candle being plotted despite the week's not done yet. This is accurate to Tuesday's closing, also Monday to Tuesday. This is how your weekly candle is formed. Now, how can you make this? How can you make use of this information? Very simple. Now, if you are fluent with candlestick reversal patterns, okay, or moving average bounce on the weekly chart, you're looking for something like this. You can observe for the candle by the second last day of the week. Like for example, this week Thursday is the last trading day. So by Wednesday, if you see a beautiful hammer, right, a beautiful hammer with long lower tail, then that means that, okay, by Wednesday it's already a hammer. So Thursday, if you forecast that the chart is going to close bullishly, you could choose to buy on the Wednesday so that you are slightly earlier than the rest of the market. That means you are trying to preempt. Of course, by preempting this kind of candle formation before it is formed, there is a risk. The risk is you may be too early, and Friday or the last trading day of the week may disappoint you by coming down. Okay, but if you are correct, you stand to enjoy more gains because you are early. Okay, so there is always a trade-off. So you got to be confident of what you are doing. So I'm just showing you all these tools to help you. Okay, let me answer some of the question. How to do FIBO projection? Okay, FIBO projection. Let me see what stock is suitable to do FIBO projection right now. Definitely not Netgate. Why don't we do it on Suncon? Okay, yep. Okay, Suncon is going up. Okay, we do here. Okay, we do here. This is coming down, right? Coming down and found a support. So for FIBO, right, this is the trend, right? This is the trend. So the start of the trend is here. Okay, so we can use Fibo, oh sorry, this one, the rainbow, something that looks like rainbow. This is the one. Okay, you plot the highest, you draw the way down to the lowest. Okay, sorry, Tobaling, because I don't use Fibo myself, so sorry, I draw opposite. There you go. Okay, so the legend has it that in theory at least in theory, okay, when the top is formed, guys, when you use Fibonacci, right, you must appreciate this is not horseback cannon, it's not Maho power. This one is the top is formed, okay, the top is formed, and then you go to the right, right? It start to fall, it start to fall. So your question is, where is the possible support using Fibonacci? Fibonacci key support level 38.2, 50, 61.8%, right? So you have to wait for it to come down and test and bounce. So there you go. Also, it is bouncing quite close to 38.2%. So you know that Fibonacci 38.2% is holding the stock, and then you can initiate a trade right here. So that is how we can use the Fibonacci tool. Okay, there are many ways to use Fibonacci to trade. I'm not an expert in Fibonacci. I only know how to draw. So I show you how to draw lah. Okay, I already show you. Next question is the tick chart live? Yes, the tick chart is live. Okay, the tick chart is live. During the market hours, it will jump, it will move. The whole chart, right, guys, is live data. Okay, live data. So today, if you're a Kanaga client, you should be right, you are here. So if you are using other charting platform, you are paying money for it to get Bursa chart, I don't think it makes sense, because Kentrade already provide you with a real-time chart that you can use. So you do not need to pay extra money every year to go and subscribe to whatever charting platform. So use the real-time chart. And because we want to take care of the users, okay, and the clients, what we do is we also included, okay, this is the next best part. I finished the top already. What I also included is the stock screener. Okay, the stock screener for you to find trading ideas. So this stock idea, how do you get it? You come to this menu and then you select stock idea, okay, and it will launch. All right, so stock idea, you can click on the setting button. This is where the money is. Okay, today, how do you know tomorrow what stock to monitor, to buy what stock? You do your setting here, you will find a lot of trading ideas. I'm going to share with you a few settings that you can use to find the ideas. Okay, let me get rid of this first. All right, the first basic settings that everybody should do. Okay, this session will be recorded. So if you need to refer, you can. I can understand that it will be uploaded to Kanaga's YouTube channel, so you can always go back, okay, to about 28 minutes into the webinar, and then check out the settings again. Okay, because this is the one of the key release features that is released today. So the closing price means you don't. Okay, if I set 0.2 to 100,000 or 1 million over here, it basically means that I want to screen out stocks that is 20 cents and above only. Anything lower than 20 cents, I am not interested to trade. Okay, this will filter out all those stocks that are not moving dead at a seabed kind of stock. Okay, and the market capitalization, okay, you can choose whatever you want, but for this case study, I'm using 300 million shares as the minimum. Okay, whenever you see I put 1 million over here, right, basically it means that, okay, so market cap cannot put 1 million, I have to put 10 billion and so on. So it is like a max of the market. The bigger it is, the more bluer it is. Bluer as in blue chip, right? So 300 million is decent. So if this kind of stock too volatile for your appetite, you can choose to increase this to maybe 1 billion. Then you get all the banks only. Then, or you can choose it to 400 or 500 million. So you just play around with this to find the kind of stocks that is suitable for you. But the lower the market capitalization, actually, the more volatile the stocks. That means the gain, the movement up and down, the daily range is bigger. Also, you may want to play around with this to get the stocks that you want, right? And the average trading volume, you cannot have a stock that doesn't have trading volume. So you will need to come here. I set the 20-day. So the 20-day average volume I set as 300 million shares. Also enough liquidity for me to place my buy orders. Or I cannot go for less than 1 million, minimum 3 million, 300 million. Sorry. This one should be minimum 0.3. 0.3. That means 300 million. Okay, so you cannot possibly go for maybe less than 1 million, less than 100,000 shares. Then probably the stock is illiquid. So you want liquidity. So this is where you play around with it. Okay, then the rest are basically is a strategy already. So I will go through one by one. But right now, let me just come down to show you the other preset filters that you should set. Now, P percentage is also a proprietary indicator by Chart Nexus. So this P percentage allows you to filter out downtrending stocks and also always focus on a strong momentum stock. Okay, so 60 to a maximum of 100. That means it is always trading near the upper quadrant of the trend. Also, if you want to look for trending stock, very trendy stock, you put 80. 70, 60. So I'm setting a minimum of 60 to 100. Later, you will see that most of the stocks are trending. We cannot catch 100%. I hope everybody understand. But what we hope to achieve is most of the stocks that is presented in the list should be uptrend. Then it's easier to find winning stocks like your Suncon, your MN Holding. Avoid stocks like what? Like YTL Power, or avoid stocks like YTL. They are turned to move yet, so you can avoid those stocks. So this is how you do it, or even the glove stocks, for example. Also, they will never be in the list because of this setting. Okay, so ADR percentage. Now, what does ADR stands for? It stands for average daily range. All right, so for this, you can set minimum 1 to 100. So if the list is too long, you can always come here and play with 2 to 3. That means in a day, right, average out over 20 days, the daily average range is 2%, 3% movement. Very useful for contra players. If you are a contra player, you want the stock to move a lot within the day, right? So this is something that you can come and play around with, set it to a higher number so that you can get highly volatile stocks. Then you can do your contra. If you are someone who is working, you just want to do some swing trading, then you can put 1. Okay, so with all these sets, before I hit the screen button, we should come and talk about the moving average right here. Okay, so this is a moving average. So this is the kind of stocks that you want to look for. Like if I check moving average 1, okay, above or below the MA. So I'm using a 10-day moving average, okay, and it should be above the second MA, MA2 over here. So I check the second one. Okay, so the second MA, which is the 20-day moving average, should be below the MA1. So what I'm trying to achieve is I want both the short term and the longer term to stack against each other, 10 and 20. So whenever the 10-day moving average and the 20-day moving average, 10 is above the 20, it would mean that the stock price is on an upward movement. This again will help you eliminate those stocks that are on a downtrend, then you don't need to even focus on them. Okay, because money is made in the trending stock. Just imagine if you have gotten YTL Power back in 2024, November, October period, all the way trend up. Later I'll show you the chart. Right, then MA3, we don't use it for now. Okay, and we are done. Okay, so we come down to one of the, just give me one moment. Okay, we are done. All right, so we set these two first, and then we observe the results. You hit screen. It will throw out the results. All right, so you have the results right here, a list of stocks for you to focus and do your pre-market homework. You don't wait for tomorrow 9 a.m. then you scramble around to look for trading ideas, right? So you want to prepare it the night before. And then when you sleep with excitement. Wow, tomorrow 9 a.m. you know exactly what stock to buy and what price to buy. Okay, so coming down to this list, now it is jumbled up. So I usually would like to sort it by the P percentage. I want to see the lowest strength first, all the way to the highest strength. Okay, so let's go. Okay, first one, MSC. Okay, once you click on MSC, 60%. See, the trend is not so strong. No, this one we don't want. Okay, Franken is a much better one. So guys, so see, after Franken has all these big swing coming down, right? This is due to Donald Trump, not the Franken's fault. Okay, and you know the CHIP Act that targets Malaysia as the tier 2 city. This is under Biden Chip Act, which Donald Trump already said he's going to override and going to change it. So right now we're still waiting, and of course the 90-day tariff pause is going to end in July. So why do I speak of all this? Because guys, technical analysis can only answer half the, give you solution to half the problem. The other problem is the stock need to have a catalyst. You need to know why the stock is going to go up. If you purely use technical analysis, you just trade, right? You are fighting with only one arm. You need to fight with two arms. Two arms, yeah, two hands, two arms, right? So you want to know the technical picture is bullish, the catalyst is bullish. When you combine the both, they sing the same song. That is the stock to trade, okay? So for Franken, let's take a look what happened to Franken. Okay, so Franken, this is the rock bottom first week of April where Donald Trump play with the tariff and we have a quick 20% sell off in the global equity market, S&P 500 basically, and the rest of the market. Then that is the market low of 2025 and we started on this upward momentum, right? Upward movement. So right now, you can see the 10-day, right, is the red. Okay, over here is the red color line. The blue is the 20-day, okay, and the green is the 50-day. So using these three, if you find any stocks that the three lines is sloping up, okay, these are currently trending upwards. Or so you can come and see Franken and get ready to buy the breakout. So what is the breakout price of Franken? If you do not know how to draw the resistance, what do you do? Guys, what do you do? If you do not know how to set the resistance breakout line, what do you do? If you don't know the breakout level, what do you do? What feature in the chart can help you find the breakout level? Do you still remember? Can someone just answer my question? Then we can move on. Resistance and support. Adrian, no count. Adrian, you should know. Hey guys, whenever I give presentation, this is the only way we can interact through Zoom. Very boring if you sit there and just listen to me. So we need to interact. Faizan, nice one. SNR button. Guys, 402. Tomorrow, 402 is the breakout level for Franken. Can you see? Tonight, you are already prepared to buy Franken tomorrow. Versus without these two, right? Tomorrow, you'll be scrambling to look for a stock to buy. Correct, not? Right? So, Franken 402, when the breakout happen, remember, you want to see transaction volume. Now, for those of you who do not, maybe you're not very fluent with technical analysis, when a breakout happen, you want to see high volume. Transaction volume, high transaction volume. Then the breakout will be convincing. Okay, so this is the level to watch for Franken. Okay, now we go down the list. GDB, engineering. Now, we talk about engineering and construction. Okay. Hang on, let me answer some question. Sorry. Can do candlestick type of screening, example, screen out all stocks which form a potential hammer today. Currently, the tool don't have, but you can put in a suggestion. Maybe we can look at it. Let me confirm. Yeah, no, don't have. No have. So you can put in a suggestion, and then the next version, maybe we can improve it. So this tool, right? Okay, Chart Nexus built for Kentrade is for the Kentrade clients to be able to make money from it. So if you have any ideas or strategies that you want to have it inside to facilitate your trading, or feel free to suggest and we see if we can make it happen to improve the screening function of the chart so that it is so powerful that you don't have to pay a single cent to subscribe to any software out there. Just be an active trader with Kentrade. Okay, Suibo. Okay, very good. So let's go on. By the way, you are too fast. How to go to stock idea? Stock idea is right here. Okay. Now, if I'm going too fast, guys. Okay. Who is this? Yi Guan, Take Guan Take, Yi Guan Take. You know your name Guan Take remind me of one of the stock in Bursa. Take one. Okay, never mind. Jokes aside, here you go. Stock idea. Okay, over here, stock idea. So you click on it, stock idea will launch. And then the settings over here. Now, if I'm going too fast, don't worry. It's a recorded version, so you can slowly play back during the weekend or during your office hour when you are free, right? You can slowly, and then you can have the Kentrade chart on one screen, and the other screen you can listen and watch the video, and then you do the setting together. Okay. So let's go down to the next stock. Let's see, anything interesting in this stock. Okay, just like I was saying, GDB, right? Engineering and construction. So if you're talking about engineering and construction stock, right, you may not want to buy any other construction stock just blindly. You need to know which are the 龙头 how to say in English? Which are the leaders in the construction? Okay, so you have your Gamuda lah, Suncon lah, MN Holding. Currently, the construction play, right? If you look at the sector in play, industry in play, is those that are building data centers or those who are involved in building data centers. So you can arrow in and then trade those construction instead of taking a trade in GDB. Or because it may not have a very strong reason for the stock price to go up. Okay, so that is GDP. That is GDP for you. Now, Parkson, one stock I saw yesterday, right? Very powerful upward movement over here. Also, you can see your lines are stacked up nicely. 20, 10, 20, 50, all pointing up. So all you need to do, guys, is to buy, not to buy, is to set up your trading plan whenever there is a pullback into your 10 and 20 day. Okay, whenever there's a pullback. So right now, when we open up the chart for Parkson, right, too late. It's already up and moving, right? So do not just ignore Parkson. This is the thing that it took me many years to realize is whenever I see a chart like this, right, walao, too late already. Never mind, skip, look for another stock. Or don't do that. What you should do is to add Parkson into your trading watch list. Okay? Add Parkson into a trading watch list because in the near future, it's going to pull back or the moving average is going to catch up with the stock. For a reason why Parkson can move up so strongly, the reason could persist into a few quarters ahead. So you do not want to miss future buying opportunity on Parkson. Such a beautiful and clean uptrend. This stock deserves a space in your watch list. Okay, deserve a space in your watch list. So just go to your platform, okay, create a watch list, and then you add it inside here. Okay, so that is how you can use this chart and find trading ideas. It's not to buy immediately tomorrow, but keep it in your watch list. One day it's going to meet the support, and then that is where you can initiate a trading plan. All right, so that is how you look for stocks, basically. All right, so this is just one trading idea to look for stocks that are trending up. Okay, and then you look for those that are like Franken, ready, akan datang to break the resistance. Okay, so this is one way to do it. Now, the other rules that you can use. Okay, the other rules that you can use. I'm going to remove what we said just now. Okay, and come down right here. Price near breakout level. Wow. Or breakout trades. Okay, so let me answer one question from Faizan. Do we have stock scanner function or the stock idea same as stock scanner? Okay, so this stock scanner is inside the chart. Okay, it's already in the chart. Let me go one more time, guys. Okay, so you just need to come to this little button over here, menu bar, and then click on stock idea. Okay, and then this is the rules that we are setting to find the stocks to trade. Okay, so I'm going to remove. This is one way to look for stocks. Now let's look at more ways. There are many ways to look for stocks over here. So let's take a look at the other way, which is the price near breakout level. Let's do this. Okay, so breakout level high. Okay, and which period? Is it 1 month, 3 months, 6 months, or 52-week high? We select all. Okay, why? Because those stocks that are in very strong uptrend like Suncon, MN Holding, right? They are going to test their 1 month high. Or for those stocks that are still under the water, slowly coming up, right? They may be testing their 3 month or 6 month high first, or even 52-week high for those very strong momentum stock. Also, in order not to miss any breakout opportunity, select all. Select all. Okay, and the price should be below the high. Why? Because when the price is below, you buy. When it break out, you benefit ma. So you do not want to find at the high. So you know one reason why you want to find the high, right, is to wait for it to pull back. So you search below first. If below don't have, then you go and search for the above. Okay, and then distance from the breakout level by percentage. Breakout level 0 to 10%. So anything close to 10% away from the breakout level, alert. So I have like let's say this stock it can move about 3% per day. So I have about 2 to 3 days ahead before it break out. Make sense to you? So that you are early, you are preparing earlier. You are preparing earlier. So this is the rule, and with the same settings, okay, with the same setting, let's go. Screen it out. No data. Okay, no data, right, can mean two things. Okay, now number one is there are no stocks that are within 10% of the high of the breakout level. Now, second is the list, the data over here is being refreshed. Okay, I just checked with the IT backend, the stock ideas generating data, right, will come in at 10 p.m. So during 8 to 10 p.m., there could be a refresh going on. So this information may be erased. So you have to wait until 10 p.m. Or you can do it tomorrow morning. Okay, I'm just going to run a few more scans to see if it's the case. Okay, then on the left-hand side, live alerts will be there until 11 p.m. Okay, so sorry, until next day 9 a.m. Before market open, then they will refresh the list over here. So is it better to start homework after 10? Usually is to start the homework after 10. Why? Because by the time you get back home from the traffic jam, from your socializing, from your kids, your family commitment, 10 p.m. onwards is the time for yourself, right? This is what most of the people go through in life. Also, 10 p.m. you do the homework should be just nice. Let's take a look and see if I were to change. Okay, 0 to 10. Okay, let me do 100. Okay, 0 to 10. Okay, let me change it to 20% and see if there's any stocks. Oops. Okay, and I'm going to reduce this to 40. Okay, the lower your minimum goes, the more stocks will appear in the list. No data. Okay, so looks like the refresh is going on. Okay, so basically this is how you can use the rules here to generate trading ideas. Also today I managed to cover the moving average. So let us ignore the breakout and see the rest. Okay, so this is the inside range, not so interesting. Inside range, it means that the stock is trading inside a trading range, okay, from 0 to 5% in the last 1 month. That means stock. Okay, let's just try this 1 month and see if there's any data coming out. Okay, there are data coming out. So if you take a look at Tenaga, right? You see, over the past 1 month, right, Tenaga, ding dong, ding dong, ding dong, inside this range, 5%. So if you're looking for stocks that are trading within the range, okay, like SOP, right? Also the same, trading within the range, or before it break out. What's the breakout level again? Press the SNR. There you go, 317. So this is how you find stocks. Okay, so you go down the list. Looks like nothing interesting except I know Timecom chart. There you go. Timecom is beautiful. Okay, Timecom is beautiful. Why do I say that? Because it has been in the range for more than 1 month already. Okay, and then if you plot the support resistance line, right, you can see that 530 will be the resistance one to break out, and then 535 will be the ultimate all-time high. Yeah, ultimate all-time high. So you can imagine, guys, you can imagine you are trying to buy Timecom. Let me find you more. You're trying to buy Timecom right here before it flew out. So Timecom was doing this range trading. You understand what I'm saying? So the Timecom is doing this range trading. I'm going to draw the rectangle here to show you. So when I zoom out, you understand what am I talking about. Okay, so range trade breakout. So Timecom, we are trying to catch the rectangle breakout. Okay, so that is the second trading idea already, you see. So it is a very useful tool. So that is how you can find trading range stock. So if 5% is too small, you want to increase it to 10%, feel free. Because for penny shares, right? Penny shares, if the stock price is 50 cents, if you do 5%, basically you are looking at a very tight range, which is impossible because as the stock price go lower, right, your percentage actually is bigger, or because of the smaller stock price. Okay, so that is the price inside range. What does it mean? Price and MA crossover. So you check on this. Okay, 10-day simple close. Let me think. Does it make sense? Okay, so let's try. Cross above. Okay, cross above 10-day. So that means the stock could have already pulled back into the 10-day moving average and then try to recover and trend higher. So let's do a screen and see. Do we have results? Okay, beautiful. So we have these results over here. So sort by P percentage. Go for the lowest first. We have next GP metal. Because I am familiar with Bursa stock, I know exactly what stocks to look at. So you can see I'm skipping those stocks that I do not know, or because I do not trade them, and focus on stocks that I'm looking at. Okay, that I'm following, so that I can explain to you. SciPark. Beautiful chart, just like what Donald Trump will say, beautiful chart. You click on SciPark. Okay, I turn off first. So can you see the red line is your 10-day? So when the price close above 10-day, this is where it's going to throw out the data for you. And SciPark, right, it is just about to break out, go higher. So tonight, third trading idea from this stock idea. Beautiful, right, guys? Now, those of you who find that, wow, this is a beautiful and wonderful tool, comment 1 for me. You suddenly find that, wow, you can now find trading ideas easily on this Kentrade platform. Comment 1 for me. And you all should be familiar with commenting 1, commenting 2 already, after the COVID. A lot of Facebook Live, a lot of Zoom meetings. Okay, so thank you for your response. So let's move on. Okay, let's move on. So that is these few rules that you can use, right? So I leave it to you to explore the rest. Now I'm going to move on to the other part, an exciting feature which is called the live alerts. So this is end of day. That means by the end of day, you prepare for next day what stocks you're going to trade. Now these live alerts are the actual day when the market open at 9 a.m. all the way to 5 p.m. You have got any stocks that trigger this. Any stock that trigger these rules, preset rules, okay? These are the ones that I'm using, so I'm sharing with you. Resistance breakout of high volume, bullish MACD crossover, bullish MACD center line. Basically, I'm selecting all the bullish rules, okay? And then my P percentage I set at 50%. So if I were to lower this to 40%, right, you will see the left-hand side, more stocks may come up, okay? And stocks more than 20%, average volume, okay? So everything set nicely. Let's go. Okay, let's go. Close this. So you can see we got a long list of stock right now. Also, 9 a.m. all the way to 5 p.m., right? These are the stocks that trigger the technical setup, okay? Let's take a look at SciCom. Okay, now SciCom, today it shows you an alert but if you take a look at the chart, right, it already pergi jalan, so you don't want to buy at a high. So if it trigger on this day, it will be wonderful. Then you will be early. Now guys, doesn't this chart looks like SciPark? Okay, I'm going to open side by side and show you. Open side by side and show you. Just give me one moment. Side by side. Okay, this is SciPark. You see the similarity, you know? You see the similarity? If you see the similarity, right, that means you have got the talent, the eye to observe for chart pattern. Okay, congratulations. Those of you who cannot see, you need to look at more chart, browse more chart to get yourself familiarized with the chart pattern. Then you'll become well versed. Right, so I'm going to move it back. Okay, basically what happened is the pullback, pull back to the green line, pull back green line, and then bounce, and then the next candle trade above the 10-day. Right, so SciPark, we say, hey, wait for tomorrow follow through buying. So for SciCom, the follow through buying already happened. Okay, so SciPark tomorrow can take a look. Okay, so Cycom, and what is the rest of the stock that is interesting in the list? OSK also coming up. So what is the signal for OSK? You mouse over the green arrow, breakout with high volume. Also, it break the resistance. So let's draw the resistance and see which resistance. Oh, okay. So it says that this is the resistance. Now, why is that the resistance? Or for those of you who know resistance, support broken turn resistance, this was a former support. Okay, and put back the line. This is the former support. The stock price broke and then recover and close above. So this is called a resistance breakout. Okay, so further upside, if it can cross above the two moving averages, again, is a valid setup. Okay, so let's go down the list and see SciPark. SciPark, right? Today at about 3:40 p.m. If you are using this tool, you will be alerted to SciPark. And based on the transaction volume, if you were to buy today, right, you will be 1 day earlier than the rest of the market tomorrow. Or anyone that is not using this tool will likely be later by 1 or 2 days. Why? Because immediately you get alerted to SciPark. Whereas the rest of the market, by the time tomorrow when SciPark move to 92 cents, 93 cents, they will realize SciPark is moving. Time to buy SciPark. So they are 1 or 2 days later. Follow me? So this is SciPark at 3:40 p.m. today. And Parkson. But Parkson again is too late. You want to buy right here when it is cutting up above the 10-day moving average, and you watch out for the breakout level. So this will be the signal day when you screen with stock idea. It should come out using the rule that just now we created, which is the price and MA crossover the 10-day. Also, you will be able to spot Parkson on this day. Next day when they break out, you buy. So right now too late. Okay, so don't chase, just wait. Just faithfully screen for the results and then eyeball those simple technique that I'm sharing with you tonight. Or then you'll be early by 1 day. SK Press, see SK Press, it is consolidating sideways. So if you want to buy breakout, turn on your SNR. Where's the breakout level? There you go, 105. Now remember, breakout, right? Volume must be high. I keep repeating this because this is the very important ingredient. Okay, it is like you are cooking nasi lemak and you don't put the not lemongrass. You don't put the what is that grass that you put in nasi lemak? Shit, I forgot. There's something that smells nice one, the fragrant one, that grass. Or I say you cook nasi lemak but you don't add the fried chicken. Santan, yalla. Pandan leaf, correct. Pandan leaf, correct. It's like you cook nasi lemak but you don't put pandan leaf. Also, this is very important. When the breakout happen, you must have high volume, guys. Okay? I keep repeating, don't know how many times tonight already. I hope you really remember. Now, KGB also very nice. KGB, you see the volume very high? Okay, so it closed above the 10-day. Right, so if you do the screening, you should spot KGB and then tomorrow prepare 363. Now, this is the technical part, technical analysis, technical trading setup part. The other part, remember, is the catalyst, why this stock can go up. Or either, okay, let me share with you some simple concept. Either the company has got contract wins and it will keep coming like Suncon, like MN Holding, because they are doing the data center. They expect more and more investment into Malaysia to build more data centers. Or they could be earnings growth. The company sold more product or sold more services, quarter over quarter, keep growing. Right, that could be another catalyst for the stock to go higher, trend higher. The other potential catalyst will be a change in the government policies favoring that particular industry. Now, I think the latest one that I am following will be the semicon, okay, where the ministry has said something like in July they will release some benefits for that industry for semicon. So for semicon, you have okay, Franken is hybrid. It has got a bit of oil and semicon. Let me see what other. Okay, so for example, Franken, I type Franken, right? If I go down the list, you will be able to see the semicon. No, semicon boys let's see, JF Tech. Okay, JF Tech. Semiconductor equipment. All right. So there you have all the Inari. Okay, Inari, and then you have all the other DNO, MeTech. So all these you stand by, ready to trade them. Also, from one idea, you want to find the rest of the abang ade in the same industry, they come to this list. Okay, so the time now is 9 p.m. just nice. So I'm going to go through one more summary for you so that you know what are the key features. Okay, the key features right here. Okay, the multi-layer, the multi-chart, or 4x2x2. Okay, and then this is the menu to select the features that you want to use and the stock idea. Now to find lobang to make money, right? Stock idea, come in, do the setting, play around with it, guys. It is free on Kentrade platform. So play around with it, select your favorite filters, then screen the market faithfully every day. Then your live alerts, okay, live alerts tomorrow onwards start to monitor. Good stock come in with reason to go up, you shall take the trade. Okay, so with that, I will end tonight's session and hand over the session to Adrian, please. Oh, one last question. Percentage P, what is that again? Okay, percentage P, I will bring you to my own platform to show you the effect of percentage P. Okay, just one more minute of your time. Give me one moment. Okay, this is my own chart. So if I go and open up my percentage P right here, P percentage. Okay, so if I were to show you a strong trending chart like SFM, okay, we talk about Bursa stock, Suncon. Okay, now you will see when Suncon is trending up nicely, right? Your P percentage, the green color bar, right, is always above 60%. Oh, strong trending chart above 60%. Now, if I show you YTL power, okay, you will see that YTL power now is in red and orange color, which is lower than 40%. Okay, during the good times when YTL power is trending up, your P percentage is always above 60%. You see, my line is at roughly about 60%. Also, you can see
so that's like a money flow reader with sentiment.
If the formula itself do not factor in volume. It's only based on price action. If the trend is very strong, you will have very high P percentage. That is our formula. Also, that is why when we do the screening, even for the live alerts, to cut out all the noise, okay, if I were to put this zero, that means I'm not using any form of P percentage, right? What you will see is the list is super long. You got a lot of stocks that you are not going to trade in your life appearing in the list. So it's going to waste your time.
Not enough money also.
Yeah. And then for the stock idea, you can also use this to filter only strong trending stocks. The P percentage.
That's
okay,
quite useful.
Yeah. All right. So I hand over to Adrian. Please take over.
So Eva, just a quick one. Would you mind showing us how to pull out the chart for from Kentrade itself?
Okay, let's do it.
Navigating from Kentrade itself, yeah, from zero.
Okay, so for Kentrade, after you log in, you right click on any stock, okay, and you move your cursor to interactive chart. You left click on it, it will pop up. And it will remember your last setting. Okay, then there you go. Okay, and this one you have to pull it down to review the info.
So for a beginner wise, it's more friendly and easier if we start with the percentage P set at almost like 50, and with a bit of a moving average where price is above, that will cut out even more noise, right?
That is right.
Yeah, because we are looking for the one that is strongest in the market for a trade. We are not gonna invest on it anyway, for trading purpose. Yeah, so yeah.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Okay, that's fantastic, Eva. That's
when the clients have more experience, then they can slowly expand the range to see more charts.
Yep. And likewise, if I'm actually contrarian and looking for a bit more oversold, I can actually do the reversal.
Very good point. So you can set 0 to max 40% or 50%. Then you will find all the stocks that has been sold down, and then you will try to find some ways to buy it.
Yeah, because there's no right formula in trading, because you can always buy a rebound, you can always buy a breakout. So it depends on how a person can master their tools, right? So yeah.
Correct. Correct. Especially
Okay.
if you combine it with the fear and greed index. So if let's say the index right now is at the SAPU zone, then it makes sense for you to go and pull from the 0 to 50% good stocks being beaten down due to Donald Trump. They will recover the fastest.
Yeah, that's also a good combination in combining these few tips that you have actually shared with us, and most importantly, I think it's quite easy to digest. Yeah.
Yep.
As, after you share, I think we will go lesser to Holland. Huh? Go lesser, go lesser. But okay, having said that, a quick one for the crowd and to the floor. Do you guys have any question? I think I forgot my password for Kentrade. Now I'm gonna reset it because the chart is too attractive. And I think we will be having the recording up, but at the same time, if you all need anything, I will master the chart itself for everyone's sake by first renewing my password, and I'm gonna explore it. And I think Eva mentioned that with this, the live chart will give us a very good insight of what's happening in terms of flow in the market, at least for the stocks. So I think for those that are here, should be very serious and have time to actually eyeball the market a bit. And that's what we want to achieve, where we want more serious trader around us. And for those that are beginning, never fear the market. Just we're always learning together in that sense. And if we need Eva's expertise, we can always invite Eva, right?
Yeah, sure. Just let me know.
Fantastic. That is just amazing. So, yeah. So I think if there's no question, we should wrap this up. And for those that have questions on the chart and some of the terminology, form a chat group. Iguan, I actually do a weekly sharing on stock ideas on a Monday morning, first day of the week, Kenanga Stock Chat. So you can actually check with your dealer for the link. Yeah. And we are also can be engaged through there also, like now, through the chat box if you have any questions. So personally, I'm using TradingView. So I still have 2 years in it. So I will also take time to use our own chart. So because I think the work from Chart Nexus has been great, especially on how they have improved it and evolved in market is just fantastic. And most importantly, the edge is the firm has provided the live data for the crowd also, as long as you are a client. So yep, that we must give kudos to the Chart Nexus team. Thumbs up. Yeah, Asian power. All right. So if there's no more questions, let's wrap this up. Thank you guys for your time, and thanks Eva for tuning in and guiding us through what's been new, evolved, and breaking the norm of the market, just like your percentage P. I think it's a bit more proprietary where Chart Nexus has it. All right. See you guys. Good night. So I think the war is starting again. So chill. Let's chill first. Tomorrow you read the news again. But after 10, you can start doing your homework, practice. Like what Eva has said, if you do not know how to read it more. We are here to guide. Okay, bye.